In the small town of True Rock, John Fezwell rides silently in his old Pontiac Fiero, heading toward the hospital to visit his very sick wife, who has been diagnosed with Parkinson's. As he drives, he sets a stern face locked on the road. No facial expressions change, just a stern look. No eyes blink. He soon meets the bright lights of the hospital. After walking through the dark underground parking lot, he meets a blonde nurse working at the front desk. The woman finishes her phone call and puts down the phone. "Can I help you?" she said with a bright smile. "Yes," still with his stern face. "I'd like to visit my wife, Fran Fezwell." The bright nurse writes down something on a clipboard, types information down on a computer. "Mr. Fezwell, your wife is doing a routine test. It'll be done in, I should say, 15 minutes." "Thank you. I shall wait, Paige." John reads her name tag. John walks over to the dimly lit waiting room and finds four other people sitting watching the news or reading. He seats next to a coffee table containing paparazzi magazines and interior designs booklets for homes. He finds an interior design booklet and flips it open to the page. "I could find a present for Fran," he thought. The telephone rings. News reporters tell the good and bad news, and people flip newspapers one by one. 10 minutes later, the clock ticks, the wheelchairs roll, and still, John stays. The population of the room never changes, but the lights shut off. There is a girl screaming, and the lights flicker on. The nurse behind the desk disappears, and the chair circles around until coming to a complete stop. "What the hell happened?" Another man goes behind the desk to inspect. He looks for blood or other evidence. The lights go off, and they hear a masculine scream. The man behind the desk disappears, and the remaining people, including John, all panic. "Alright, one of you sick assholes are the murderer. I'm a cop, so I want all you to put your hands up so I can inspect you for weapons." The cop inspects a man, a woman, and John. "So it seems all of you are clean. Well, I'm going to keep watch on all of you and..." "Whoa, holy shit!" The lights shut off, and the cop screams, firing his gun. When the lights flicker back on, he's gone without a trace, but his gun left behind. The other man grabs the gun and points at the ceiling. "Show yourself, you fucking puss!" "Oh no!" Lights turn black and turn on. Only John and the woman freeze in horror. The woman hysterically runs but trips over the potted plant. She keeps running to the exit and pushes on the door. The room turns black and turns on light again. The woman is gone. John feels a warm substance under his jacket and is afraid to find what is under there. He opens his jacket slowly and finds blood, warm, dark, red blood, all over his shirt, and he finds a knife in his hand. He shivers and sits quietly in the waiting room. The police burst open through the door and arrest John right away. When at the interrogation room, the detective asks him, "Why did you kill him?" "I told you, I never did kill him. Watch the security footage." So the police watches the tape. When the lights go dark, the police use every effect, including thermal, but to no avail. Apparently, they did see the knife appear in his hand. They also saw the cop before he disappeared. Did a thorough check on John, but there was one question that baffled them. Why didn't the killer or whatever take John? Even though there was no evidence that John killed them, they didn't allow him to go. They were afraid if they let him go, the being or whatever would follow him and kill other people. They followed him as being possessed. He was taken to the True Rock Mental Hospital, where he currently resides. All he ever does is just sit there in his lonely white cell, rocking back and forth, repeating himself. "I was just waiting for my wife.